Hello, this is Elliot Schaefer, and today I'm going to teach you what Simian and Wavecart are and how to operate within Simian Wavecart. So first off, this is Simian. This is the icon that Simian will be, and this is Wavecart, and this is the icon that Wavecart will be. They are also located down here in the right here down in the toolbar. So if you're ever looking for Simian and Wavecart, they'll be right down there. Okay. Brief explanation of what Simian is. Simian is an automation program that will run music and PSAs and all kinds of different music and sound files throughout the day so that an operator doesn't have to be in the radio studio all day long to be constantly playing music. So Simian will run instead of a DJ or an operator in the studio. That is the job of Simian. So with Wavecart, on the other hand, this is the program that will allow you to control what music, PSAs, and intros that you will need to do within your show. So basically, Simian is an automated program that controls music, and Wavecart is the program that you'll be using to control the music when you're doing your show. So we'll start off by going into Simian. When you open up Simian, it takes a little while to load, but generally Simian will be open when you get into the studio, and when Simian starts, it automatically starts to play music or a legal ID or whatever is at the top of the log in which it's going to play. As you can hear it right now, it's automatically starting, and I'm going to turn it down right now. So as you can see, it's automatically starting, and you can see the timers counting down here, and you're probably curious about what all this is. Well, this is the first song or sound file that's within the log within Simian, and as Simian counts down throughout the day, it'll play all the allotted songs at the allotted times in the day. Right here you can see that there's military time. This is 00, which means it's 12 a.m., 12 o'clock in the morning, and the log goes all the way down to 23, which is a whole day, basically, the 11th hour. So if you don't touch Simian, it'll basically play music throughout the whole day, and you'll have no problems. But the thing is, you're going to have to move in and out of Simian to get to Wavecart and to get to your show. So right now it's playing music, which we're not worried about, but I'm going to teach you a little bit about Wavecart before we get using Simian a little bit more. Okay, so from here you're going to go down to the Wavecart tab and select the Wavecart tab and open it up, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to have all these little boxes over here, and you're probably wondering what those are. You're going to be putting all your sound files, your songs, your IDs, your PSAs, all kinds of little goodies in these boxes right here. So basically, you're going to go down to this drop-down menu, and these are all the folders that contain all the sound files that you're going to be using for your show. The first thing that you're going to need for your show is an indie ID, and the type of indie ID that you need is the news legal ID. No other type of ID. You just need your news legal ID, and that's it. Not an indie legal, just a news legal. As you can see, news legal here, indie legal here. A lot of people make that mistake the first time they do it, so just pay attention to that. So you select your news legal ID, and there's a couple different ways that you can put them in these little boxes right here. You can either drag them in, simple way. Here's how you eject it. You hit this button right here. But another way you could put the song file in is just by simply going up to the number and selecting that. You can do it in multiple places if you want, but there would be no point in that. But that's how you do that, by putting songs in or sound clips. What you need next, you've got your news legal ID. You're going to need a 30-second PSA. I generally go for the UF PSAs because they're in the 30-second realm of time. So you got your 30-second PSA. Then you need your show intro. You're always going to need a show intro. Okay, there's my show intro. Put that in there. And then after you get your show intro, you're going to need your first song. And you can find your songs in 3 different little places, but the main place that you're going to be selecting your songs from is the NDR folder. So let's just say I'm going to select Alert New London, and that's my song. Okay, but you can also select songs from the recurrent and the current folder, but there's only select times during the day that you're going to be putting the recurrent and the current in. I just wanted to note on that you can select songs from these 2 folders as well as the NDR folder. Just like the PSAs folder, there's another PSAs folder that has another very amount of different PSAs you can select from, but generally you can select from different PSAs. But anyways, you've got all these in here now. This is your basic setup for getting your show started. You got your news legal ID, your 30-second PSA, your show intro, and your song. You're going to start off when you exit Simian. You're going to play your news legal ID, do your state news, play your 30-second PSA, do your national news and your weather, and then play your show intro, and then move into your song. Okay, so you got that. That's how Wavecart works generally. But getting from Simian to Wavecart, that's another story. As you can see, Simian's still playing here. Okay. Now, what you want to do actually is it's got 1 minute and 3 seconds left on this clock. Okay. So you got about 59 seconds left, or 56, and then you're going to hit this off button before it even ends. Okay? So Simian's going to still play through this song and do its business. And while you're listening, you can hear the song. I'm going to turn it up right now so you can hear the song. So this song is going to play through, and then when the song ends, because you hit this off button, that's why the song is ending. So once that song ends, you're going to do your news legal ID, because that's when you start to do your news. And every good show begins with news, and you actually have to start your show with news. So you can always toggle back and forth between watching Simian. You've got about 5 seconds left, and then you go into Wavecart, and basically Wavecart or Simian will stop automatically, and then you play your news legal ID.
From the University of Findlay.
So this is what your news legal ID sounds like, and basically what your news legal ID is, 1, it makes your show legal, and 2, it's kind of like a cue to start your show. And basically you'll let this whole thing play out, and then once it's done, you'll do your state news. And then once you go through all your state news and say everything you need to say, you'll do your 30-second PSA. And once the 30-second PSA plays out, you'll welcome them back or say hello or whatever you do. And then you'll do your national news and your local weather. And after you're done with finished with your local weather, you'll go into your show intro and play your show intro. And after all that's done, all good and done, basically you'll play your music, which we're going to do right now, just for an example. You're going to play your music, and it'll play and go through whatnot. Right now, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because it gets kind of loud. But let's pretend that this is the last song that you're playing in your show. I mean, you're going to play tons of songs throughout your show. That's just the way it is. But let's just pretend that this is the last song in your show. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in your song. This is basically a timer that allows you to know how much left in your song you have, so that you can figure out, okay, how am I going to time this out? How much more time do I need to put on to make it within the time limit of my show? So let's just say 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, and you need to get back into Simian because your show's ending. So you get into Simian and you come back to what it looked like before, where you left it. Okay. So it still has the off button. You're on the same song that you stopped, and basically it's at a standstill. It hasn't done anything since you left it. But the thing is, you can't just restart Simian where it was before, because it has the time, the military time, that basically if you mess up the clock, it's going to throw off the whole system. So what you got to do, say you are going down and your show lasted till about 4 o'clock. Okay, and you can click on it. But what you really want to do is go down here to this off button. You know, you can cycle through these, but you want to land on assist. You want to restart Simian at the whatever mark you are ending on. So, like, say you ended at your show at 3:59, you want to start it at the indie legal. This is a heritage legal since it's a Saturday log, but you want to start it on an indie legal ID at about 4 o'clock. So that the show is legal, because you need this legal ID. So you'll double click on it, and basically it's good to go. All you need to do is hit the play button, and then Simian will start. Okay, it's not going right now, but it's like, I'm waiting, just tell me when and I'll go. So I mean, right now this has got about 1:40, but let's just pretend, okay, automatically somehow this is how you stop a song, but somehow the song ended and it's finished off. Okay, the song's done. So we're gonna go back into Simian and then hit this little green button down here, and that's how Simian starts. And you'll hear the indie legal ID, and it'll start. But before this little green thing up here ends, you need to hit this auto button so that this will move to this automatically. So right now it automatically moved to the song that it needed to, and you're good to go. So basically you're all set for working in Simian and doing Wavecart, and that's all you really need. Just remember to click that auto button so that you're good to go. And basically this is it. Okay, it's been a pleasure teaching you how to use Simian and Wavecart. This is Elliot Schaefer, and I hope you guys have a nice day.